Welcome explorers to a brand new session of Foursquare Cypher where we are going to discuss its C++ implementation. So let's start. So now let me first start by writing the header files as well as the two-dimensional arrays. Now basically we are going to write the global variables actually. So it will be basically out of any function which we will be using in this whole code. So basically these two variables are string variables, key1 and key2, and basically I am going to declare them as global variables, and now we are going to declare the 2D character matrices or arrays. Basically they are going to be two-dimensional, so character top left, and then comes top right. Basically we are going to declare 5 of this. They are going to be of order 5 and they are also square matrices. Bottom left 5 by 5 and finally bottom right. And then we are going to declare the bigger matrix, which will be a square matrix of order 10. Aggregate, as you can say, 10 by 10. So basically we have declared the global variables as well as we are also written the header files. So now let's move on to the main piece of code, that is the int function. So now let us write the int main function. Basically inside the int main function I am first of all going to declare 3 string variables of the name of pt or plain text, and then we have encpt or encrypted text, and also we have the decpt or decrypted text. And after that we have taken the plain text as input from the user, as you can see here, and also we have taken the key1 as well as key2 as input from the user. Basically these are going to be the string variables, and finally we are calling the make tableau function where it is taking the key1 as well as key2 string variables as input, and finally we are calling the encrypt function where it is taking the plain text string variable as input, and the return value is going to get stored inside the encpt string variable, and we are printing the encrypted text. Now the same goes for the decrypted text as well. So now let us write the make tableau function. Basically we are going to write the definition for the make tableau function. So void make tableau, it is going to take string variables key1 as well as string variable key2 as its inputs. Now as you can see I have written the entire code for the make tableau function. Basically what this make tableau function is going to do is that first of all it is going to create or fill up the necessary elements inside the quadrant matrices, that is the top left, top right, and all those matrices with the necessary elements according to the rules as well as norms for this Foursquare cipher, and finally it is going to fill up the bigger matrix, that is the aggregate matrix, which is the square matrix of order 10 with the quadrant matrices, with the 4 quadrant matrices. So after that basically that is the aim for this function. After that basically we are going to write the function definition for the encrypt function. So let's write. Now before proceeding I am not going to explain the minute details for this cipher in this video because in the last 2 videos I had already done so. So if you want the full description as well as want to have a better view for this cipher, you can check those videos out. So now let's write the encrypt function. It is taking one string variable as input, which is plain text. Now as you can see, I had finished writing the entire code for the encrypt function. So basically, first of all, we are going to declare one empty string variable of the name of encpt, and finally, and then we are going to pair each of the characters which we have inside the character list consisting of the characters of the plain text string variable, and for each of the pairs we are going to run each iteration. For each of the pairs, the first element we are going to store its row value as well as the column value in the context of the bigger matrix, that is the aggregate matrix, and for the second element we are going to do the same. So for the first element, for each pair, the row is going to get stored inside row 1 and the column inside column 2, and for the second element, row inside row 2 and column inside column 1. And basically then we are going to map the row as well as column values for each of the elements with respect to the bigger matrix or 2D character array, and we are going to convert those characters into string format so that basically we can concatenate the encpt string variable with s1 and s2, as you can see here. And finally, at the end of each iteration, we are going to do the same, and finally at the end of the complete iteration, that is the end of the for loop, we are going to return the encpt string variable, which will give us the encrypted text. So now finally let us write the function definition for the decrypt function. It is also more or less like the encrypt function, but here the difference is that instead of the string plain text, we are going to accept the string encpt as the input. So as you can see, I have written the entire code for the decrypt function. Now here the difference lies in the fact that we had made use of the encpt string variable instead of the pt string variable. So basically everything else is the same. Now first of all, we had declared one empty string variable of the name of dcpt, and everything else is the same, but the difference lies in the fact that the iteration is going to run as many number of times as there are characters which are present in the character matrix consisting of all the elements which we have inside the encpt string variable divided by 2. And basically everything else is the same, but in the first for loop here, as you can see, we had made use of the top right square matrix instead of the top left square matrix, which we had done actually in the case of the encrypt function. And similarly for the second matrix, we had made use of the bottom left instead of bottom right, which were actually done in the case of the encryption function. And now everything else is the same. Basically we are going to map the row 1 as well as column 1 together in the context or with respect to the bigger matrix, that is the aggregate. And similar will be the case for the row 2 as well as column 2 values. We are going to map those two values with respect to the aggregate matrix, and finally we are going to convert the character into the string equivalent, and finally we are going to concatenate the dcpt string variable with s1 and s2, and finally at the end of the complete iteration or the for loop, we are going to return the dcpt string variable. So that is how we are going to write the decrypt function. Now let me run the code. So first of all, I am going to save it. As you can see, we had got one error. Oh, so basically it will be encpt. No, sorry. Now basically I think that I had written the function name wrong in the function definition. So basically this will be encrypt. So save this and run once again. Now as you can see, we had got 0 errors as well as 0 warnings. So I am going to run it and enter the plain text. Now as you can see, we had got the encrypted text as well as the decrypted text. So finally we had accomplished our mission. So that's all from this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a like and also subscribe to my channel for further interesting updates. I'll be back with some other interesting topic. Until then, keep exploring.